Manatees are large, fully aquatic, marine mammals sometimes known as sea cows. There are 3 living species of manatees, representing 3 of the 4 living species in the order Sirenia: the Amazonian manatee, the West Indian manatee, and the West African manatee. The 4th member is the Eastern Hemisphere's dugong, the only living representative of the once diverse family Dugongidae. The Sirenia are thought to have evolved from 4-legged land mammals more than 60 million years ago, with the closest living relatives being elephants and hyraxes. Amazonian manatees occur through most of the Amazon River drainage. From the headwaters in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru to the mouth of the Amazon, close to the Marajo Island in Brazil, concentrating in areas of nutrient-rich flooded forest. The Amazonian is the only manatee to occur exclusively in freshwater environments. The West Indian manatee, also known as the North American manatee, is further divided into 2 subspecies, the Florida manatee and the Antillean or Caribbean manatee. The Florida subspecies is primarily found along the coasts of Florida, but its range extends as far west as Texas and as far north as Massachusetts. The Antillean subspecies has a sparse distribution throughout the Caribbean, ranging as far north as Mexico and as far south as Brazil. Both subspecies inhabit mostly shallow coastal areas, including rivers and estuaries. It is known that they can withstand large changes in salinity since they have been found in highly brackish and saline waters. African manatees can be found in West African regions from brackish waters to freshwater. Their habitat includes oceans, rivers, lakes, coastal estuaries, reservoirs, lagoons, and bays on the coast. The areas with the highest manatee populations are Guinea-Bissau, the lagoons of Côte d'Ivoire, the southern portions of the Niger River in Nigeria, the Sanaga River in Cameroon, the coastal lagoons in Gabon, and the lower parts of the Congo River. Manatees are large, cylindrically shaped mammals, with forelimbs modified into flippers, no free hind limbs, and the rear of the body in the form of a flat, rounded, horizontal paddle. The manatee's tail is the clearest visible difference between manatees and dugongs. A dugong's tail is fluked, similar in shape to that of a whale. The flexible flippers are used for aiding motion over the bottom, scratching, touching, and even embracing other manatees, and moving food into and cleaning the mouth. Since manatees are mammals, they breathe air, have warm blood, and produce milk. Females tend to be larger and heavier than males. Female manatees have 2 teats, one under each flipper, a characteristic that was used to make early links between the manatee and elephants. However, manatees are unique, compared to other mammals, in that they have a diaphragm that is split in half to form 2 hemidiaphragm capable of independent muscular contractions. Furthermore, it is unusual among mammals in having just 6 cervical vertebrae. All other mammals have 7 cervical vertebrae, other than the 2-toed and 3-toed sloths. Manatees weigh 400 to 550 kilograms, 880 to 1,200 pounds, and average 2.8 to 3 meters, 9 feet 2 inches to 9 feet 10 inches in length. At birth, baby manatees weigh about 30 kilograms, 66 pounds. The Amazonian manatee is the smallest member of the manatee family and can be distinguished by its smoother rubbery skin and lack of vestigial nails on its flippers. General coloration is gray, and most Amazonian manatees have a distinct white or bright pink patch on the breast. Manatees have 3 to 5 centimeters hairs that cover their whole body and provide somatosensory information. Manatee bones are dense and solid, allowing them to act as ballast and promote negative buoyancy. This counteracts the positive buoyancy which comes from their high fat content. These 2 buoyancy counterparts help manatees achieve neutral buoyancy in the water, making breathing, foraging, and swimming easier. Manatee adults have no incisor or canine teeth, just a set of cheek teeth, which are not clearly differentiated into molars and premolars. These teeth are repeatedly replaced throughout life, with new teeth growing at the rear as older teeth fall out from farther forward in the mouth, somewhat as elephants' teeth do. Manatees are capable of understanding discrimination tasks, show signs of complex associative learning, and have good long-term memory. while Amazonian and West Indian manatees are generally solitary animals and are both nocturnal and diurnal. African manatees are nocturnal and live in groups of 1 to 6 members. They are very social, spending a majority of their day bonding by touch, verbal communication, and smell. This creates a deep bond between them. All of the subspecies live their life almost entirely underwater and spend approximately 50% of the day sleeping submerged, surfacing for air regularly at intervals of less than 15 minutes. Manatees have nostrils, not blowholes like other aquatic mammals, which close when underwater to keep water out and open when above water to breathe. Manatees emit a wide range of sounds used in communication, especially between females and their calves. Adults communicate to maintain contact and during sexual and play behaviors. Taste and smell, in addition to sight, sound, and touch, may also be forms of communication. Manatees have been shown to form large mating herds when males come across estrus females, indicating that males may be able to sense estrogen or other chemical indicators. Even though manatees reach sexual maturity at 3 to 4 years of age, most females first breed successfully at ages 7 to 9. Manatees appear capable of breeding throughout their entire adult life. The gestation period in manatees lasts for 12 to 14 months, after which they give birth to one calf at a time, or rarely twins. Manatees do not form permanent pair bonds, and the male contributes no parental care to the calf. Calves can swim on their own at birth and remain with their mother for up to 2 years before weaning. The reason why females can reproduce once every 2 to 3 years. While manatees are herbivores, the West African manatee is the only sirenian that seems to intentionally consume non-plant material. They eat clams, mollusks, and fish found in nets. Seagrass is a staple of the manatee diet, but they do also feed on a variety of aquatic macrophytes, bladderworts, hornworts, water lilies, and particularly water hyacinths. An adult manatee will commonly eat up to 10 to 15% of their body weight, about 50 kilograms, per day. Consuming such an amount requires the manatee to graze for up to 7 hours a day. To be able to cope with the high levels of cellulose, manatees utilize hindgut fermentation to help with the digestion process. In addition, the passage rate of food is very long, about 7 days. It is suggested that chronic fermentation may also provide additional heat and is correlated with their low metabolic rate. During the dry season, when water levels begin to fall, some populations become restricted to the deep parts of large lakes. They are thought to fast during this period, their large fat reserves and low metabolic rates, allowing them to survive for up to 7 months with little or no food. Despite their docile behavior and being slow animals, since they swim at a speed of 5 to 8 kilometers per hour, 3 to 5 miles per hour, with maximum speeds of up to 30 kilometers per hour, 20 miles per hour in short bursts, manatees have almost no natural predators in their native environment. Potential natural predators include jaguars, sharks, and crocodiles. Relative to the threat posed by humans, predation does not present a significant threat to manatees. The main causes of death for manatees are human-related issues, such as the destruction of habitat and human objects. Natural causes of death include adverse temperatures, predation on the young, and disease. All 3 species of manatees are listed by the World Conservation Union as vulnerable to extinction. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget that each new subscriber and positive comment motivates us to create more and better content. Thanks for watching.